Some people embrace the bragging rights of owning an iPhone. You just want to brag. And of course, you have to get more data. You have to buy more clothes because, I mean, if you wear a clothes today and you do this, you want to see another clothes and you are not really getting any money out of it. Liability. Imagine, you pick a celebrity and you're saying, see your hair, see your whatever. And the celebrity you are trolling is making millions and billions through whatever she knows how to do best that you also subscribe to. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Today, it's another episode of Young Folks Ask. And today is very interesting. The title will get you smiling jaw to jaw, right? So without further ado, especially because we have a lot to cover, I'm just going to go straight into it. As usual, my name is Benga Richmond, and I'm about to take you on a deep dive into another burning question young folks ask, which is my iPhone an asset or a liability? Young people ask, or young folks ask, is my iPhone an asset or a liability? You see this discussion about iPhone, the finish is a discussion that will keep going on and on in different dimensions. Steve Jobs did us strengthen, if you know what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's go into today's let me adjust. Let's go into today's episode. So it says, is my iPhone an asset or a liability? So now, as usual, for those who know, if you see me looking left, that's because I'm considering my notes so that I keep to the script and make sure I don't go off and give you something as comprehensive and holistic as you will ever get anywhere else. I mean, you can, these questions, after I'm done dealing with it, and every other questions under young folks ask, anytime I'm done dealing with them, you will never find a more comprehensive, a more impartial, a more deep dived response to the burning question. So, is my phone an asset or a liability? Well, before we even go into deciding, whether it's your iPhone is an asset or a liability, I think the next thing we need to do is let's even define what is an asset, what's a liability. Because I kid you not, it wasn't until a few years ago when I found out this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, that I was able to really understand the difference between an asset and a liability. Up until then, it was just, what they taught us in economics class or business class, they didn't do justice to the definition, and as you'll find out now, I have a very simple definition of what an asset is and what a liability is based on the guru, the rat race guru, Robert Kiyosaki. So let's look at the difference between an asset and liability quickly. So in simple terms, according to Robert Kiyosaki, so to speak, assets put money into your pocket. So no French, not too much economic jargon. Assets put money into your pocket. Shikena. So anything you have that puts money into your pocket, that brings money to you, that's an asset. Liabilities, on the other hand, take money out of your pocket. So anything that you're having to spend money on that is not bringing money in, money is going out more than it's coming in, my brother, my sister, that's a liability. You see how uncomplicated this definition is? No too much economic jargon, right? So, and then there's a twist. And the twist is that Robert Kiyosaki was the first person that made me understand or realize that an asset, this is crazy, right? That an asset can become a liability, and a liability can become an asset. I mean, that's crazy, right? Okay, so let me give you a quick example. I'm sure you understand that an asset, anything that brings money into you, especially brings more money into you than it takes out, as in resultant. When you do plus and minus, it's plus. And the liability is something that takes more money out of you than it brings into you, into your purse, then it's a liability. So how can an asset become a liability? Let me quickly hit it because there's a lot to cover today. So let's assume that you have a car. And this car, after you bought it, spent some millions buying it. And by the way, Have you seen how cars are so expensive now in Nigeria? Yeah, I'm talking 2024. Okay, so let's say you buy a car. You buy a car. Let's say you buy a BMW now for 15 million. And from the moment you buy it, you start buying fuel, you start doing maintenance, you start recurring expenses keeps coming in, you keep buying fuel, you keep buying fuel. In fact, because you now have a BMW, more billings, so people are taking more from you because they feel you're a big boy or a big babe, and stuff like that. That car at that point is a liability because it's just taken from you. Take money to buy it. It took a lot of millions for you to be able to acquire it, and it didn't stop taking there. It kept taking money in form of fuel. It kept taking money from billings. People are billing you because now you have, an Odogu car and so on and so forth. So in that case, that car is a liability. Now, how do you turn a liability, that BMW car or X5, for example, this SUV, how do you turn a BMW X5 to an asset? Well, one way, that same BMW X5 that is an asset, that's a liability, can now become an asset when, for example, you put it out for prestigious car service. So let's say you sign up with a company, and this company, maybe they do airport pickup and drop off for high net worth individuals. So maybe they pick them from Ikeja, let's assume you're in Lagos, they pick them from Ikeja and take them all the way to VI, maybe a hotel and suites, and take them around all through the time that this expatriate or this I just got back is in the country. Now, by the time all of that is done, maybe they put in 1.2 million or 1.5 million to your account, maybe after like a month, after you take out fuel and other expenses. Then that BMW is becoming an asset, because now, when you consider how much is coming in versus how much is going out in form of fuel and maintenance, more money is coming in that is going out. So that BMW X5 that was once a liability now becomes an asset. Oof. Now take that into other examples like your laptop and of course your iPhone. So let's go into the main gist for today, which is your iPhone an asset or a liability? Well, according to my notes, it is an asset if it puts money in your pocket. We've already considered that. It is a liability if it doesn't. Simple. Your iPhone is an asset if you upskill with it. When we say upskill, like learn new skills with it. I mean, because of by virtue of your iPhone, and maybe after a couple of weeks or months, you've been able to acquire new skills with the iPhone. Yes, it's an asset, but it is a liability if you scroll or troll. So some people they accept or embrace the bragging rights of owning an iPhone, and then they go everywhere, and then when they are in the bathroom, where they are in the loo or wherever they are, they just want to put all their daily activities in our face, and you are not really getting any money out of it. I mean, you are not an influencer that people are now, you're not getting any brand endorsements, you're not getting any money from YouTube monetization or anything. It's just you just want to brag, and of course you have to get more data, you have to buy more clothes, because I mean, if you wear a clothes today and you do this, you want to see another clothes, ladies will understand. So you are there, you have to go to new area, maybe you have to go to a hotel and suites and lodge for a night. Liability. Okay, and then of course, if all you do is just carry this phone and you're trolling successful people, or you're trolling influential people, or you're trolling people that are making a lot of money. So imagine, you pick a celebrity and you're saying, see your hair, see your whatever, and the celebrity you are trolling is making millions and billions through whatever she knows how to do best that you also subscribe to. So, or that you pay for all that. Because of your eye, what they call it, because of you are watching with millions of others, YouTube or Instagram pays them. If you upskill with it, then your iPhone is an asset. If you scroll and troll with it, and you're not making money as a result of those scrolling and trolling, then that iPhone is a liability. Then an iPhone is an asset if you produce something with it. We're going to get a bit into that. There's a whole lot of things you can produce with an iPhone. You can produce something productive, if that makes sense. And then it is a liability if you consume with it. Consume, stuffs on social media, consume. Maybe that's where you go to check the latest designs that you can buy. Just consume with the device. If you are consuming more than you are producing with the iPhone, then the iPhone is definitely a liability. Okay, so having expressed or defined or differentiated an asset from a liability, so the next step now will be for us to consider 7 ways to turn your iPhone to an asset. We are not here to dwell on an iPhone being a liability. Come on, we want you to turn that iPhone, whether you own it or you want to buy it, whether you already own it or you are planning to own it. These are the things you should be doing or plan to do with your iPhone for it to be worth the purchase. Number 1 will be content creation. An iPhone, as I have come to find out, I wasn't a fan of iPhones because number 1, I didn't like the fact that batteries drain quickly. I didn't like that fact. Number 2, I don't like following trends. When everybody is doing something, I just want to do something different. Well, that's just me, so for these 2 reasons, and then it was too pricey. I just felt like, is it worth the amount I'm having to pay? I think this is just overhyped because everybody just wants to brag with it. Maybe this is not supposed to be the actual price for this iPhone. So because of all of these reservations, I wasn't a fan. And you see, I'm using past tense. I wasn't a fan of iPhones until, I had this in-law, this brother-in-law that kind of gradually made me to start understanding the value in an iPhone, and then it made us all the sense. So now an iPhone can be used for content creation. When it comes to making videos, when it comes to taking shots, high quality shots, high quality videos, high resolution videos, iPhones are among the best to use. It can produce as good as some cameras. So you can use your iPhone to create content, useful content on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, and then you can use the iPhone's high quality camera to do what? To create engaging videos or photos. Now, platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, allow you to monetize your content through ads, advertisements, sponsorships, and of course brand collaboration. So if you are using your iPhone to create content on these platforms and somehow you're able to monetize by doing so, not just that you brag with it, not just that you're influencing for its sake, then you are using your iPhone wisely, and therefore it's an asset. All right. Number 2 way to use an iPhone, number 2 way to turn your iPhone to an asset is something called freelance photography or videography. Okay, so where you offer services as a freelance photographer, you can go to an event. Do you know that you can take high quality, videos and photos in an event, in a wedding? Maybe you are in a place where there were some moments that were unrepeatable. It wasn't something that can be repeated, and they did not bring a photographer to such an event, and you bring out your iPhone and you take those moments. You can actually negotiate with the organizers, and they can pay you highly for it. So, or you can cover an event with your phone, and maybe initially they will be like, oh, is this guy serious? We're supposed to see a high lens zoom, whatever. But by the time they see the quality of what you have made, they'll be willing to take it for a fee. Take the photos or videos for a fee. You offer service as a freelance photographer or videographer using your iPhone's camera. Now, many clients, especially for social media projects or events, may not require professional grade cameras, but value high quality work you can achieve with an iPhone. So you can use your phone for some social media photos. You can take photos with your iPhone, and it's high quality. In fact, if you don't tell people, they will, or if they don't see you using it, they would actually believe it's a professional camera that you used to take the shot or make the video. And all those can go and earn you a lot of money. You can monetize doing that through freelance photography or videography. Then number 3 is app development. Some people will be surprised, but do you know that iPhones are ideal for testing and developing apps? You can develop apps with your iPhone, you can test apps with your iPhones, and if you learn basic coding and design skills, you can create and sell apps or work on app testing, turning your iPhone into a key tool for app development. So creative guys, tech guys, you know what you do with your iPhones. You can actually do a whole lot on your iPhone. Some creative guys you can't even find them with You can't find them with their laptops. You can't find them with a Mac. You can't find them with an iPad. All they need to make creative sense is a high quality, a high end phone such as an iPhone, and they will make videos and make apps and produce stuffs that they can monetize. So number 4 will be reselling online. Do you know that you can use marketplace apps like eBay, like Depop or Facebook Marketplace to resell items? You can easily take product photos, yes, and manage listings from your iPhone, turning it into a reselling hub. So you can take photos, you can do a whole lot and resell online on platforms like eBay, all these places where you can take stuff and get it sold on those platforms. Then number 5 way in which you can turn your iPhone to an asset is affiliate marketing. I'm sure almost everybody watching this video knows what affiliate marketing is. You take someone's product and you advertise or resell to your own audience, and then for every sale you make, you get like a commission on top. So affiliate marketing, you start a blog. You can start a blog, social media page, or YouTube channel on your iPhone. Yes, you can do all of this on your iPhone and promote products with affiliate links all on your phone. Some people think you need a laptop to be an affiliate marketer. As a matter of fact, you do better with your iPhone because it's handy. You can take it anywhere. Some ideas can come to you to write copy that will resell the product. It's handy, it goes with you everywhere, and you can do the job as good, if not better, than with even a laptop. All right. So as followers make purchase through your recommendations, what do? You earn commissions. Number 6 is remote work and freelancing. That's my space, right? So you can leverage your iPhone for remote work. A quick story. Back in 2010, thereabout, when freelancing was not so mainstream even in Nigeria, there was this time that I had more jobs that I could handle, that I had to start looking for how to outsource some of the gigs. And so I did some adverts, and then I got some people on board, and then I gave them a test job. And the person whose writing work impressed me the most, I've forgotten his name, but I know he's a guy from Delta State. The person whose writing work impressed me the most, I hired him, and then I started giving him gigs, and he was delivering, doing good work, and I was paying him for the job, until one day he just said, Coach Richmond, because they call me Coach then. Coach Richmond, I just want to thank you for something. Why are you thanking me? So he said, thank you for the opportunity to work with you. I'll be able to gain experience. And do you know that the little money I've been gathering here and there from you and from other gigs, I've been able to buy a laptop, although it's a mini laptop. I think this HP mini or something like that. So I'll be able to buy a mini laptop, and fairly used mini laptop, from the proceeds from the gigs you've been sending my way. And I was like, wait a minute. Are you telling me that you didn't have a laptop while working with me? And it was like, absolutely. So how were you delivering the gigs and delivering it so well that I wasn't able to even find out that you didn't have a laptop? And it was like, well, I was using my phone, not even a high-end phone. It was this low-end techno phone that I was using. He just downloaded tools for Google Docs or Microsoft Word or whatever. There are tools like that you can download on Play Store, and he was able to use that to so I was like, how are you able to write 1,500 words of content using your phone? It was really I will not lie to you, I never started freelancing with a phone. I went straight, although the laptop I first used was a wedding gift, and it did the job for me. So I never tried starting freelancing with a phone. So I was really impressed. And in fact, for that, I gave him more gigs. I was like, so you mean you used your phone to do a gig? And I never knew the difference. And if you know me, I'm very hard to please when it comes to quality. That's why my clients love me. So even after they write these gigs, I still have to check it and edit it before I send it to my client. I don't joke with quality. So the fact that you were able to impress me, I never found out that something was amiss. I mean, come on. It was really awesome. So, and I think I encouraged him and said, okay, I'm going to give you more gigs. If you really shown a lot of drive or burning desire to succeed, if tomorrow I hear that he's a success, and if you're listening to this and you remember Coach Richmond, you can reach out in the comment section. Tell me where you are now. If that burning desire was still there till now, I know that you already be at the top. I already know, with that kind of energy and enthusiasm with which you started freelancing, I know that by now you should be up there if you did not lose steam at any point. So you reach out on the comment section if you are that person I'm referring to, and you are someone that you didn't actually interact with me, but you were able to use a phone to impress a client. The client didn't know the difference whether you used a phone, not even an iPhone, a phone, whether you use the phone or you actually use the laptop. Come in the comment section, let's talk about it. So, and then finally you can use okay, now I think I'm still on. So remote work and freelancing. You leverage your iPhone for remote work, whether you are writing, whether you are doing a writing gig or managing social media. You can do social media management completely 100% with your iPhone, whether you are offering customer service, and then apps like Upwork, platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and LinkedIn allow you to find gigs are like temporary jobs and projects right from your phone. You can do a whole lot with your phone without the need for a laptop in the gig economy, So, and finally, number 7, stock photography. This interested me because I was like, no, I knew that somehow there was a way images and stock photos got to Getty Images and Shutterstock, but I didn't think further. So, stock photography. Do you know that you can submit your iPhone taking photos to stock photo websites like Shutterstock, like Adobe Stock, or Getty Images? These platforms allow you to sell your images, earning royalties each time they are downloaded. As a tech copywriter, I do a lot of downloads. One of the brands I work for gave me an account with Shutterstock. Every time I go to Shutterstock, I see high quality for my blog. If I'm doing a blog post or an SEO blog or whatever it is, copywriting job that requires me to get a stock photo or a stock or an image. When I type the search word or I type like a keyword I'm looking for, you see all kinds of beautiful, high quality images, and I can bet that many of them were taken with iPhones and not even a professional camera. So, and for every time I download on these things, they pay a certain amount. It might just be in cents, but imagine 1 million downloads times 10 cents. You get royalties forever as long as people keep downloading your stock photos on these platforms. You keep getting trickles and trickles that become a whole lot that becomes like royalty. Just imagine that, using your iPhone to take very rare, very exotic photos and then selling them on platforms like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, and there are many, not just these three, not just Shutterstock, not just Adobe, not just Getty Images. Is it Pixels? There's Pixels. There's Unsplash. There are so many. So imagine using your iPhone like that. When you use your iPhone in these 7 ways, let me quickly do a rundown. When you use your iPhone for content creation, 1, for freelance photography or videography, 2, for app development, 3, for reselling online, 4, for affiliate marketing, 5, for remote work and freelancing, 6, and for stock photography, 7. That iPhone is either an asset in the making or it's already an asset. Asset in the making in the sense that it will soon start earning you money more than it's taken from you. Asset asset in reality is that you're already making money. More money is coming to you by virtue of the iPhone that you purchased that you're using than is going out of you in form of data and stuff that takes more activities that you do with your iPhone that take money from you. And you know me, I don't end any episode of Young Folks Ask without doing a Bible reference, because that's where I take my wisdom from, unapologetically. If you like my content, if you like the wisdom that comes with all my teachings, then the Bible is my reference, right? So let's take a reference from Proverbs 18:16, the NIV version. It says, a gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. One of the things I want to talk about quickly, even though I don't have a lot of time, is this giveaway mentality. I see on Twitter or X now, I see on YouTube that everybody's just like, do a giveaway now. That's the street that leads to poverty. because it kills your creativity. Every time you're just begging here, begging there. And how much do you think these celebrities will give you? If you give you 10,000 today, maybe it's 1 year before you receive another 20,000, so maybe it's 2 years. So is that sustainable? And it kills your creativity. If you have a begging mentality, you can't have creative stuff to monetize. And begging is not the way to prosperity. Begging is never the way out of poverty. Begging keeps you poor. I don't know why I'm so passionate about this. So what should you use to get out of poverty is a gift. So scripture says a gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. So if you're a good photographer, you'll be surprised. I heard a story about a photographer in Nigeria. He was so good that he was appointed by Buhari, if you remember, one of the ex-president Buhari, as his photographer all through his tenure. Just imagine the millions made, the contacts. That guy can never be poor. I mean, if he's wise with his opportunities and networking. Photographer, you'll be wondering that a photographer building a 5-bedroom duplex, for example. How is a photographer supposed to do that? A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. When you see rich people, when you see celebrities, don't beg. Give something. Give your gift. Give your talent. They might just and ask you. I also I also learned. My time is going. I also learned about something Whiskey did not too long ago. I think last year he was in Ghana and he was testing out all the suya, all the shish kebab, all the suya that was available in Ghana, and he wasn't feeling it. I heard that he had to fly in his suya guy, his suya boy or suya whatever, from Lagos down to, flew him all the way from Lagos down to what's it called, to Ghana, that for the time I'm here, you are going to be the one making suya for me. A suya man. A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. Enough said about that. So my true life story now, for me, like I was saying earlier, that it took my brother-in-law to convince me and say that, iPhones have durability. iPhones rarely crashes. iPhone, you can use them. It can replace a high-end camera. You can take good videos. You can do this. You can do that. And it convinced me. In fact, the same way it convinced me to switch from HP to Mac, he convinced me to switch from Android to Apple to an iPhone. So personally, I'm saying it was until I was convinced that this iPhone, however expensive it is, will be able to put more money or create more value than liabilities, that I decided to go for it. So do you understand what I'm saying? So that is just how it is. And then over to you guys. Now I have a simple task for you today as we round up this session, which is ask a question. I want you to ask a question we can feature in a future Young Folks Ask session. The best question wins a surprise gift. So we have over 100 questions that we are going to be featuring one by one. If you love this, imagine I've done about 2 or 3 which you can find on the channel. I think we put them all in a playlist, and we are going to do 100, 200 more of these questions to share wisdom, to show you how best to go about burning questions that young people ask. So you can also ask a question. If you ask a question that is burning in your heart, if we look at it and we love it, then we'll do some research, come up with an outline and give you value, just like we have just done. And not just that, if we feature it, we'll give you a surprise gift. So if you learned a lot from this so far, because I'm rounding up, imagine what GMS has to offer. What is GMS? GMS is short for the Green Mentorship School. December 31st, 2024, I'm going to be turning 40 and I'm giving back. A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. I know you are great, and I'm going to be giving you a gift on December 31st, which is for you to sign up to my Green Mentorship School. I'm going to be sharing success principles, kingdom principles for success in business, success in leadership, success in the workplace, and success in the family front. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a full curriculum that will bless you. So what do I say at the end of every session like this? Please subscribe so that you can keep getting more information and updates, and share this content to someone who needs to hear this, and come to the comment section and ask a question we can feature. And I say, see you in green area. Jesus loves you. Go into the description section. You will see the link to join our Telegram group. You will see the link to join the Grey Mentorship School. You will see the link if you are interested in us coming for a sponsorship. If you want to sponsor what we are doing, or you want me to come for a speaking engagement, you can send me an email. Go right in the description section and you'll see all of this information. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.